He's gonna be.
My input is valuable.
I'm sorry about the steering wheel. We don't really have a better way to like put the phone, because if we move the little stand thing that the phone is on, it won't be sticky anymore because it's one of those dash ones. So yeah, I apologize. So one of the questions was, what does the future look like for you? What 2020 plans do you have? I have no idea what the future looks like for me, because my life has always just been like, like right now it's in a huge valley because of everything that's going on, and I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, everything was going beautifully before all of this happened, and my life was going like, and after everything clears up, I expect it to go right back to being beautiful and amazing and incredible. So yeah, still plan on selling merchandise and starting a webpage for content not suitable for OnlyFans. Yes, but I'm not going to go into that on here. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube when I just started YouTube. Once the craziness happening in the world is contained, what are your plans professionally? Again, I'm just gonna go right back to doing everything that I was already doing.
Everything was wonderful before this happened, then this happened, and you know, everyone's having a hard time right now, and after it's all over, business as usual.
Business as usual. What is the type of guys or girls you like to hook up with in your personal life?
All of them.
Everybody. I don't really have a type. My type is if I connect with you and you're nice to people and you smell good, that's my type. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that I don't have like
standards.
Yeah, thank you. I have standards. But when it comes to like a body type or like a race or a gender or how somebody dresses or whatever, like that doesn't really matter. If I connect with you, I connect with you.
So the standards are not appearance, it's morals and what you stand for and how you treat others.
It's a soul connection.
There you go.
An intimate connection.
But that
and you have to have good hygiene.
But the soul connection thing could feel intimidating for people. I feel like it's definitely less than that. It's, I don't know.
Okay. Great content, sending you positive energy during this unsettling times. Thank you. You too. Skill, Manuel Ferrara versus size, Mandingo. I haven't worked with either of them. I'm making sure to censor myself. I haven't worked with either of them yet, so I don't know, because again, the size is not important, it's how you use it that's important, and what you do that's important. So
can't really stress that enough either. Everyone I know says that, you know, size really is not a factor.
And sometimes size is not good either, because I know plenty of people that are massive and suck at having relations. I don't like censoring myself. But yeah, so, and then somebody's advertising, I'm not reading that one. Hola, un placer tenerte. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Entre mis amigos, me gustan tus fotos. I love you too. I miss you. Happy to have you in my friend circle also. Your favorite way to de-stress? I smoke. That. I like to go to the gym. I like to run. Yeah, it kind of depends on what's stressing me out. Normally, if it's another individual, then I'll work out or I'll run or I'll actually talk to the person and figure shit out. If I'm stressed because of work, if I'm stressed because of school, I normally do that too. A lot of times, like when I was in like regular classes, I would just excuse myself and go to the restroom and handle things and then return to class. So Yeah. Cool. Would you make love to a fan? I'm a very intimate person, and how I have relations with other individuals, because whenever I have relations with somebody, I'm very big on intimacy and consumption, and mutual consumption, and like a constant push and pull between the partners. So how I have relations with people, a lot of people would consider that with somebody else as making love, as you say. So it's kind of like, I have noticed that people tend to, I'm not wording this very correctly, very well. I have noticed that people tend to feel as though I feel more for them than I actually do. I kind of just love everybody, and it's not because I don't have, I don't even know, it's not because I don't have a way to differentiate between people. It's just I just love everybody. That's kind of the simplest way of putting it. I have a very big heart, a very open heart, and I like to make people feel good, and I'm a pleaser. So yeah, I think that's the easiest way to put it. How do you manage professional and personal life? I don't. I'm struggling at it very hard. I'm pretty introverted in the first place, so especially responding to people on social media and responding to DMs and whatnot, and having a fan base, it's actually, I really, really appreciate all the love and the affection, and I love that I'm making people happy. That's one of the whole reasons that I'm here and doing this, and why I respond to you guys is because I really, really appreciate you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So, but it is kind of, it's a struggle. Even before I was doing all of this, I would take days to respond to a simple text message, just because I have a very low social battery. But I have two phones now. I have two phones. I have my work phone, and I have my friends and work, and yeah. So I have two phones. That's helped me a little bit. I have Joey. He's my life helper.
Look at this bridge. I like this bridge.
It's pretty. It had little tangerine trees in it.
Yeah, it's an Animal Crossing bridge. Anyway.
I have my life assistant. He's very helpful. And I also have a good circle around me. My friends are very helpful. But I'm learning. It's been a very big learning curve to figure out everything. Hi, Febby Twigs. Hi. Favorite scene you've shot so far? What scene would you want to shoot the most? I can't really answer that on here, I don't think. Can I? What do you think?
If you give a name, perhaps, and then people can do their own research. Or hand gestures. All of the gangbang and orgy scenes that I've done are definitely very, very, very high on the list. The two scenes that I shot with Daisy Stone, I love her so much. Daisy, if you happen to come across this at some point, I love you. I love having relations with you. Yeah, those are definitely some of my favorites. All of the bi scenes are some of my favorites, but honestly, I've only had 2 negative experiences since I've been in the industry, and other people made it so that they weren't entirely negative. So, and I'm not gonna speak on that either, but wholeheartedly, this has just been a magical experience. So, but if I had to pick the favorites, definitely the orgy and the gaming scenes. All of my scenes for King. What are your thoughts on circumcision? Do I have to
don't know. I know you don't care at all about it.
Oh, no, yeah. No, I don't care. But the only thing that I do feel bad sometimes for people who are circumcised, just because I know it reduces your sensitivity levels. And I know a lot of people... One of my friends, actually, 4 years ago? 3 years ago, I think. He actually got a skin graft surgery because relations were actually very painful because his circumcision was not done properly. And so it was kind of messed up. And it always made me feel really bad. And it's actually how I learned about all of the sensitivity that I mean, I had a general idea beforehand, but after finding out what he was going through, I had a way better idea of how everything affects down that. I don't want to get blocked right before. I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to get blocked on YouTube. What's one city that you would visit that you haven't been to yet, and why?
Norway.
I'd be down to go to Norway. Let's go to Norway. I think the city that I haven't been to that I want to go to the most currently would probably be, this is hard. City. Not even country. City.
I know, I couldn't narrow it down.
This makes it like even harder. Country's a lot easier, but like city, actually no, it's not even that hard. I haven't had the opportunity to go to Australia yet, and I really want to go to Australia. And I guess I would start in like Sydney or something, just because Sydney.
Basic.
Yeah, but
Basic.
like, no, start at like the beginning and then traverse afterwards.
Yeah, Sydney. Thanks.
Do you feel actresses are treated different who shoot interracial scenes? Is there a stigma in the business about interracial scenes? Are those in them? Okay. Yes. Actresses are definitely treated different. There's a lot of politics in porn. It's really, 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 really crappy. Yeah, it sucks. There's a lot of politics in porn, and actresses and actors are definitely treated very differently, whether they do or do not do them. No matter what we choose to shoot, we're going to be frowned upon from one side of the industry, if not the other. It doesn't really matter. That's why whenever I talk to people about it, I'm like, I'm just gonna do me, because people are gonna hate me either way, so I might as well enjoy what I'm going to be doing. However, I don't like interracial porn. I don't like that label because it bothers me, because interracial porn is only black men or black women with white men and white women, and I don't think that's okay, because when someone who is Asian or Hispanic or whatever is like, that's not considered interracial either. When I have sex, oh, I said it. Shh, I didn't say it. When I have relations, it's not, for me, it's just, I'm going to do it with whoever I want to do it with, and that's like the end of the deal. I understand that sometimes it has to be labeled as interracial because people are looking for something that they want to get off to, and that's understandable. But at the same time, if you want to get off to a white girl having sex with a black guy or vice versa, God damn it! Oh,
We're down a bunch of little beeps to this one. Can we add beeps? I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know if we have the software to do that.
So it's just, I know that when people are trying to search something, I just don't understand why people can't search black guy with white girl, white guy with black girl, white guy with Asian girl. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard, and why we have to have this special label of interracial, because I also don't like it when people fantasize or fetishize somebody for that, especially because in the porn industry itself, it doesn't happen with other people, and I don't think that's okay. It bothers me, and I know it's like this really big gray area, and it's hard to like find the balance with it, but it agitates me. So like, I don't like interracial porn because of the label. I love having sex with black men and black women. Love it. Absolutely enjoy it. I did it again.
You did.
Oh well, at this point, just yeah.
The act is the act. It doesn't need.
Yeah. Anyway, I know it's this big, huge gray area, but it bothers me. Yeah. I'm gonna move on to the next question because this one's
Going on 16 minutes.
What studios and which actors do you want to shoot in? I want to work with people who want to work with me. I do have some people still on my list that I gave my agents that I haven't been able to have relations with yet, that I'm really looking forward to, but I'm not really going to voice that yet because I want you guys to wait and see. So, yeah. But as far as studios are concerned, a studio is a studio. Shooting with someone is shooting with someone. I don't know a lot of directors very personally, so I can't even really do that except for the directors that I've already worked with. So I can't say which studios I actually want to work with. Have you ever been with an Asian guy? Yes.
Hunting.
What age do you want to get married, and how many children do you want to have? I don't have a set age that I want to get married, or know if I actually am going to get married. And how many children do you want to have? I have one child. I very recently became a mule. I am fixed. I have gotten my tubes removed, and I cannot bear children anymore as long as my tubes don't grow back, because I already had my tubes tied once before, and they decided to fuse back together. I got pregnant 7 months after I got my tubes tied.
So you got rid of them.
Fucking retarded. But yeah, so hopefully my tubes don't grow back and I don't get pregnant again. I do intend on, when I am in a good place, adopting and fostering children, because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to help other people and children in need, and that's part of why I never actually intended on having children in the first place, is because I always wanted to. The world is kind of a sucky place. I didn't want to bring more people
Be creative. Send a comment. Put a comment in the thing. Yeah.
Wait, if people comment weird shit, is that gonna get me?
I don't think so. I mean, how can YouTube punish you for what other people are doing? The whole Adam and Eve concept. Ugh.
We're not gonna come into that. What's your favorite actor to work with? Oh, Jesus. I said Jesus, by the way, not Jesus. I said Jesus.
I was saying, I don't think he does that sort of thing.
No, there's porn Jesus. He does.
What does he?
So I guess some of my favorite actors that I've worked with so far is, first of all, I totally lost my entire cool when I met Kiara Noir. I've always been a fan of her, and I totally fangirled, and I think I might have embarrassed her and made her uncomfortable to a certain degree. I cried when I had the opportunity to work with Wolf Hudson, and he's absolutely incredible, and it made my freaking year that he was as beautiful as a person as I thought he was. It was amazing, and it was also really cool that I got to work with him very soon after he decided to start back in the industry again, because he did take a break for a very significant amount of time, and it was, yeah, that was really cool. I love working with Victoria Box. I can't wait to get to work